voice because I do karmas as well. They're more or less the same, except the judge sounds like this. Well, karma sounds like this. It's more or less the same, except karma is more thoroughly. That was close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of the seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You were sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night, yeah? He said he was looking for a steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. We found a balloon in the air tank last night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right. Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It is nothing. Miss Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. And what's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went a daze. I couldn't understand what happened. I couldn't think straight. When I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me, I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. Okay, that's good enough. I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? When karma only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly completed evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? Oh, that's right. No 10 minutes trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it's been 15 minutes. 15! Everything is Larry now. Let's go back to the trial. Let's see if Larry Butts can do something. Court is now back in session. Miss Witness, please testify the court about everything you saw on the night of the December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Riley, don't mess this up. I hate to admit it, but you're our only chance. Our last chance. Your camera doesn't even have practice with this. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. The night of the murder. The night I was about in boat lake. What? I can check that, sorry. That is here, yeah. Whoa, I still have this thing? That should not be there. Oops. Bloody hell. I was out in the boat in the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. Check my screen. Like I still was. No, I haven't got. I can see it again. So I quickly slid back in the boat in the rental shop. Then just I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out on the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard, wow, this is late as shit. This is late as shit. I don't know where you are streaming this, because I still saw Lotta. Wow. Oh, that's the message. Okay. So after I heard a single gunshot, I went home. That was unusual vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go back. No way but to go forward now. Jesus. The night of the murder. The thing is, I have this. Yeah. Objection! Yeah, like, he heard one. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lost a Heart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Were you even listening? You were paying attention at all to what he said. Yo, Nick, please! Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm not like a customer here. So you got to treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts! What? You only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Bloody hell, Butts. Not sure. How could you not be sure? Well, yeah, well... I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. With my headphones. Larry. You... Order! And stop that booing! Mr. Butts! Why are you listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listen to the radio, that's a big deal. Mr. Wonkamera, your opinion. Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should we continue the testimony? We're gonna continue. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Nothing's more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include the details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I shouldn't if you were another way out of this, believe me. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request shown on the radio scene. I was listening to it real booming loud like. I'm not sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You weren't listening to your radio at a high volume. Yeah, what's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't it a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough. It's difficult to believe his testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembered exactly what the DJ said when he heard a gunshot. Excuse me. DJ? An announcer. The guy who is saying things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound and the music was playing, the DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard a gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Bloody hell, but you are a shady guy. Not shady in the bad guy. Oh, someone left. Okay. Oh, doesn't matter. That was nice. I've had one for 2 hours and 9 minutes. That's the longest I've ever had. Wow, thank you for that. I don't know who you are. To be honest, now that I don't have a viewer, I can actually stop off my stream here for a moment. Because I want to start this thing. Yes, I want to start it. I can check Twitch, yeah. TV Tural. Nice of you to follow. But I want to... Yes, I want to start this thing. Can you please start it for me? Oh, I can check that. Okay, I don't care about that. Where is it? There it is, chatbot. Just so I can have it here, because I would be like to actually be able to see. I don't know how to do this. Sorry. Press it. There's my mouse. So you turn on the radio. Right. I do want to hear someone's voice, you know. You don't know what it is like out there, alone on Christmas Eve. Alone. I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah, he's a bit of a... Yeah, the hand is sweating profusely. Oh, bloody hell, is that on the second screen? Or on the main screen? Let me just... Yeah, the screen. Put that down. Wait. So, one second. There. Nope, that's the wrong one. Yeah. There, hold on one. Thank you. So, it says here that Bad Apple has been watching Lurks, Joja, 1337 and Commander Root. Nice. I don't know if that is correct right now because I can't see it in order. But that's nice of you. That is lovely. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was the radio set that night? Really booming loud. Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. But I'm sure I heard a gunshot. Can you prove that? No. No, of course I can't. Nah, can't prove it. But I remember the moment really clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Okay. What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease this pointless question. What possible good could knowing what the radio DJ said to us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason. We should care. This is a part of the testimony. We should carry on, of course we should. Why? Well, how do we know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard a gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard a gunshot. This is the most ludicrous testimony I ever heard. There's one gleaming ray of hope in there. Personally, no. Hold on a second, it's almost Christmas, which means... sometimes... oh shit, so not exact date. Are you sure? Of course I am. She said it with this real sexy voice. Maybe we'll come out right. I'm not sure at all. I think this is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. There's one thing. There's one on Christmas Eve. Just when he said, hey, it's almost Christmas. I need to present something here. What do I have? Not that, not that, not that, not that. Not that. I need something with a tile, because it's something here that says, hey, it's almost Christmas. 22 caliber. That's the problem. Fired 3 times. What? You heard 2... I don't understand this shit. Ford Lake. Didn't we get a photo from Lotta? Yeah, there, second lake photo. Oh! Here! So this is the shot that was taken 12:15, and it says, hey, it's almost Christmas. And the music stopped, which means I am right! Okay. Larry, are you absolutely sure you're saying it correct? Huh? What's the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? Did he just say, hey, it's almost Christmas, when he heard a gunshot? Indeed, and? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he could have heard that gunshot but he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered on Mrs. Hart's camera. The 12th of December 25th, 0:50, 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. Is it a clear contradiction, Your Honor? Yes, wasn't he made out of bag? Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard a gunshot after midnight. However, this witness said he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him, suspicious. Wait, what? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim? Larry's right. That's not mistaken, Your Honor. You heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence of this wild claim. Show me evidence. Yes. As Lotta said, the empty was laid. The shows an empty lake. But it still made sure of this. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50. Oh! But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown on this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that it was the case. Then, where does that leave us? Mr. Hart testified that she heard a gunshot after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera is also triggered after 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera wasn't set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed triggered the camera. Hey man, it was clear that night, man. Clear! Very well, Mr. Wright. There is no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? I don't know say it because I don't know what I will F up here. I have a text box, right? Operations on, screen shake on, text skip, fall out to skip. Please, show the court evidence if you have. Okay, there were two gunshots. Hold on, pistol. This is my evidence, the murder weapon. Some of this was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard the two gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When? The time was the last shot fired. Only now I have realized the truth. The third shot was a shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! That will make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots, separated by 25 minutes. And one at 11:50, another at 15 after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Oh, I think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. What's wrong, Nick? I have it. I remember the case with the Steel Samurai. Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in the case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya, yes? Don't figure this out now. We'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilt verdict. I got a hunch. I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is it safe? Safe? We already gotten a guilt verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right. Oh, the judge on Von Karma is going to kill my throat. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realize the truth. It cannot be only other murdered here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was in the lake. This was shown by the witness photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and the Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty part has to be the other man on the boat. I admit it's hard to imagine any possibilities. Yes. But this assumed that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. White? We have a photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0:15. But Lanny heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot at the lake. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you sure? Explain who the two men on the boat are. Was the murderer of Robert Hammond? What are you saying? The contradiction contradicts what you just told the court. You say that Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before the gunshot. Yes, that's right. Also, might I mention the defendant, Miss Edgeworth, was admitted to being on that boat. Yes, Your Honor. Crash and burn. Mr. Wright, your client has already been declared guilty once. I'm going to have to penalize you for this fool. What's up? Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, it was assumed the guys of Mr. Hammond and met Mr. Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that way. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer. The murderer's name. Right, it's... I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't? Again with the waste of time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, the old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop. Why did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake. Why would he have to go all the way out to the lake just to shoot someone? Oh, may I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well done. Where did the murder take place? Should we judge where the murder took place? Here? Here, of course. The boat shop where he lives. That way they could meet with the victim without anyone seeing it. Do you have any proof of that boat shop? Proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night he was out on the lake with a boat searching for something. He finally returned to the boat. Then as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones all the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close. And where could it be? Where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop! Miss Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really, but I think I'll start at the very beginning. And I'll take it slow. I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. It was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put Robert Hammond's coat and he became Robert Hammond. Then he goes into the boat with Edgeworth and went into the middle of the lake. And who fired a pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Of course it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, but both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanation is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer fired twice. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. A witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Mr. Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. Someone was looking from the edge of the lake. It appeared that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why the shot twice draw the attention of the boat. Once he realized that everything else falls into place, the boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gore Lake. Why is everyone so quiet? Even I believe that. Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly! We are getting you now, Mr. Caretaker! I know, I sing very badly right now. I do that with fault. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edward, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Hi! Mr. Edgeworth, you've heard the defense said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What said was most correct. Astonishingly, so actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robin Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said it had something to do with a very important discussion. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir! Your Honor, sir! Bailiff! We are conducting a trial here, and I ask you to remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly! We cannot allow him to get away! Yeah, this guy is suspicious as shit. I'm gonna sit here with my Legends of the Five Rings cards. I do like these cards. Like, I played one, as I said, one tournament. I might actually go to others if I can get some income. Because I like this game. But I do love this. I mostly play on cranes, which are the political ones. But I also have made a deck about the mystical Phoenix clan. I just love how these looks, like the samurai style of them. It's very hard to see, I know. I'm just sitting here looking through while I'm waiting for stuff. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying, I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find the witness. Am I understood? Oh, one more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Adjourned. I don't know why I love that word. Adjourned. Adjourned. Okay, I'm done. Yay, Nick, you did it. Yeah, well, at least we got out from that guilt verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Karma did not know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I stiff through his unique testimony, still did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I don't know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on the trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You should try to smile a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I feel it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. What the shit? Wait a second, my phone is ringing. Why is my phone ringing? Why is... I apparently did something wrong. Okay, let me just take a bit of a step back. I clicked the wrong thing. I clicked the blender. I'm trying to check something here. Let's see. Wait a second here. I'm just going to check. This is something I learned from my father. If I don't recognize the number, I check who is calling. Because seriously, one time I was at school, I was so tired, I just answered the phone, checked who it was, and it was from another bloody country, and I just, nope, absolutely not. It was silent as well, so I was a bit clear. Yeah, it did say the number here, so, and where it was from. It was from Sweden, so I'm just going to do this, so sorry for a while here, so... That. Where can we find something? Let's see. What is this shit? No, okay, you know what? I'm gonna have these up. Ah, it's a bloody phone company. Of course it is a phone company, because it's... It's a... Wow, yeah, that's not close. Yeah, it's a phone company, of course. I've never seen the number, especially not Linköping, which is... I live in the middle of Sweden, if we think from west to east, and this is on the east side, above, which more or less will take me about 3-4 hours, because it's close to Stockholm, which is our main city. Or not, head town, whatever it's called. I don't know either, not to tell you. Edward, there's all the time left. I want to tell you. Get it off my chest. Chest. I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edward? It is a nightmare. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Ooh, bloody hell. Yeah, but I needed to check because I did not absolutely recognize the number. And it was a bit weird because it was a place that I am not capable to go to, really. So yeah, wow. 65, whoa. 99 warnings. Wait, what? Did he go before 98? Sometimes I do drop frames, but because I probably record this as well. Save your progress. Yes, save my progress because it is above 20 minutes still. I'm gonna continue this to the end. Doesn't matter how many I have here. Destiny. Okay. Who is out there? Basketball gaming. Okay. Isn't Wives out? Not wife as it my wife. I mean wives is an old classmate of mine. Apparently he is not on now. He plays a lot of Apex Legend. Probably good at it. I say probably because I see sometimes. I have seen him win 2 of them. Oh, did he? No, I saw one. He won one. Wow, that's a weird sentence to say. And one I did not finish because I believe I needed to stream myself. What was Mr. Ed was talking about? About a memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but it never takes someone's life, never. Nick? Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I have been swoosing in as an isol. Maya? Swoosing? Me? Oh, yes. I do remember feeling faint. Right on, tell me the truth. I was like love at first sight. You have a girlfriend that you probably need to leave. Right, Nick? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I said Edward. Saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Today's trial. Larry, you really helped out there in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Edward would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just the guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I'm sitting, Edgy seems pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I want to believe him if you believe in you two until then. Us two? Edward and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? I'm actually... Yeah, why me? Enough with the silence treatment. Nick, why do you trust me to Edward so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true, but when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You don't know him back then. Back then, we wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yeah, I'm in grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me, and I'll never forgive it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. Okay, it's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of the 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial. A class trial? You remember, Larry, spring, and the 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was real small. Every month kids would bring an envelope with money for lunch from home. Oh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with 38 still inside. For us now, that is 380 Swedish kronor. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you forget it though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen in their PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I had to skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it. Yeah, the kids in class say I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as a defendant. I didn't do it! Well, I'm not gonna do it. Guilty, he said it. Give the money back, you're such a meanie. Don't want to play with you, I just admitted you can't hide the truth. Just tell us the truth. Don't play with you anymore and— Oh! Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you. Now, Phoenix, you should know not to steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. Miles. Wow, they have the same hairstyle. It wasn't you who stole my money. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Your money? Oh, good, that was your money. I would probably be in trouble. No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone been shouting you did it, but no one else has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But, Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. Whoa, I can't read this. This is automatic. Why don't you all just shut up? Yeah, but this is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. I do love, like, the normal kid here is me, while Miles is stylish and Butts is I don't know what. Very well, I'll appraise the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, 3 of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I had done it. So I took it kind of personally, you see. Well, something smells usually the butts. Yeah, true. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was the defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right, I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict, anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, but I don't know how many times. Never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just stop it though. I want to meet him, to learn what it become, who it became. And that's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me, whether he wanted to or not, in court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He is a pain, and no one is on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick! So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying it, I did it for free. Oh, Nick! Nick! Nick, you have to say Mr. Edgeworth. It's the last thing we do, okay? Right. And very well be maybe. First, there's that rental boat shopkeeper. We need to find out who or what he is. I'll settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Let's move it to his shop because he... Why? Again. When does he work anyway? No. Don't be honest, I guess we have to come back later. Why did I move here? You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard a story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it's probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple to fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you've changed too much, Edward. Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals. I'm sorry, right, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Jani Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you'd like look at it. Yet he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all my memory of murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney arguments in court. He claimed that Jan Yogi had been not sound in mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So it's like my sister was to you, Nick. He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life. He's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. The problem is, he missed out a lot. If perfect means everything. But he missed a lot. In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was ever declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty preferably. In any case, it is impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're heading for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now now's the time to praise the enemy, Miss Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I admit. No kidding. I don't think we have much more here. Because if we can talk to... Huh? Really? He said he was going arrest by tomorrow. The boat shopkeeper. He shouts something about catching him if all the last thing you do, pal. Well, that's actually great! Hey, pal, long time no seen. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I have to work that and snap my tie in half. Sorry about that. Oh, no problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come that what way. It's my duty as a police officer. Now, I'm off catching the criminal. Let's go and check the... Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one more thing. Woo! No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Were a lot of those camping? The woods are off limits. Camping, apparently, off limits to camping. And apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in there for a while. I guess lots is in a lot of trouble. And well, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Okay, let's go in then. Yo, it's Butts here. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like a hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. You can only move here. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem. I know they're clearing that throat anywhere. Oh, hello! What might you two be doing here? Out for a walk, Ah, these days of my youth, like the scent of a fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, this is not the time for idle remising. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. Ah, that is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth would be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I might be able to offer you some assistance. What do you think about Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Yo! I bought run the shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. The caretaker must have run like for the hills, huh? Looks like way. He didn't seem like a bad person. To be honest, I had hard to see him as a good person as well, because he was out of it, seriously. Like, I didn't know what sort of person he was. Now what is home? Hello, hello. Ah! Oh, hi, by the way. I now see I have one viewer. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder what your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello. Squawk! I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for himself. Hello, hello. Squawk! Bloody hell, can you please? Can we examine this parrot? What have you been pooping today? Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something for sure. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. Guess I can't take you. Right, now the bird's going to hate me. Say Nick. Yeah, this was a fresh one, huh? Yeah, I know I skipped this. I thought it would only be about this salt water. That reminds me, Nick. Polly knows the number of the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number of the safe? 1228. Squawk! Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. But hey, it keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what is in there. This might be a clue or two. There's only one thing in here, a letter. Letter? Boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten every precise clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on there? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now it's time to get revenge on the two of men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on, describing the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here. It's perfect detailed. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for the caretaker. When they killed Robert Hammond and killed Edgeworth, and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean, get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? One thing is for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Okay. You know what? I have been doing this for 3 hours. This is my moment of how I do stuff. So yeah, I hope you like this. I have had a viewer for a long time here. I'm happy for that. I like that. I'm a happy boy. By the way, who was the second one? Georgia or Apple? Someone. Another came in here. So thank you at least for the view there, and also thanks for everyone following. 64 viewers now, because I got one for 5 hours ago. So yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for YouTube if you do watch this as well, because I will try and put these out. It will take a while. Else, do check out my support link. It will lead to my creator site, where you can either support me or check out other stuff about me. If you're on here on Twitch next another time, do check out the Loots link. Like I have said on the streams, it is free. You can write a message that pop up right on the screen here. It will mostly pop up right there. And else, I'll just say my little clearing. So good day or good night. See you next time. Bye. Oh, bloody hell.